Minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Hastings, to our chairman. I rise, Mr. Speaker, in strong opposition to the rule in the underlying bill before us today, H.R. 761. I just think it goes too far. The National Strategic and Critical Minerals Production Act of 2013. I urge my colleagues to defeat the previous question and take up this legislation, which we've worked on for a full year now, Bring Jobs Home Act, a bill which for the first time makes sure we promote insourcing of jobs and stop the corporate welfare business of outsourcing jobs. The underlying legislation would set a dangerous precedent by waiving mining projects from environmental reviews and limiting public access to the justice system itself. Pushing mining projects through the permitting process is sure to continue to downgrade and degrade our environment and create workplace situations which are definitely unsafe. But it won't solve the employment problem. Now, since that's been injected into the discussion, the legislation will simply allow our nation's resources to be used to pad the pockets of the same international corporations who ship jobs overseas. And by the way, in that process, the shipping of jobs overseas is subsidized by the federal government. We have for years help corporations send jobs overseas. What we should be doing is helping them get jobs back to America, particularly since we see an upgrading of the past 16 months in the manufacturing sector of our economy. We're going to end with this bill to end the tax breaks that encourage companies to ship their jobs overseas. Use that to pay for tax credits for patriotic companies that want to bring jobs back to home. You want to have real job improvement? This is the way to do it. Over the last decade, we've lost 5.5 million manufacturing jobs, more than during the entire Great Depression. Our trade deficit increased by $300 billion, and during the recession, the manufacturing workforce plummeted to a near 60-year low. More troubling is that the recent studies estimates that 1/4 of American jobs are at risk.
Mr. Speaker.
1 minute.
Gentleman's recognized for one additional minute.
More troubling, Mr. Speaker, is that in recent studies, estimates that 1/4 of American jobs are at risk of being outsourced in the coming years. And we're not talking about chump change here. This is a lot of jobs. So let's defeat this motion so we can actually debate a bill that will end corporate welfare, that allows companies to continue to engage in outsourcing, and then get a tax cut for doing so. Instead, let's provide incentives that will grow good-paying manufacturing jobs in the USA. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back, and I thank you for
Gentleman yields back
providing this opportunity.